Garbage in, garbage out. Every day we generate a lot of garbage or waste in our homes, schools, offices, shopping places, factories, hospitals, and other public places. We eat fruits like banana, mango, and throw their peels and seeds as waste. The cold drink bottles, disposable paper plates, and cups all contribute to garbage generation. You may have seen people throwing off their tickets when they get off from the bus. People even spit and urinate at public places and make them dirty. If all this waste piles up near our houses, lanes of schools, roadsides, etc., it will damage the beauty of our surroundings. Think of your school, how ugly it will look if you scatter packed food wrappers, tissue paper, aluminium foil, fruit peels, waste papers, used pens, etc. on its premises. Observe the sweeper who every day cleans your school compound and lanes. But it is not the duty of only one person to maintain the cleanliness of the surroundings. We all should contribute to keep our environment clean and garbage free. A dirty surrounding is the storehouse of many diseases causing germs. What is waste? Anything which becomes useless after its use is called waste. So we throw this waste in our dustbin. In our everyday life, we generate a variety of waste through our various activities. Some of the waste we throw directly in dustbins and some we keep separately to sell it to kabadiwala. For example, newspapers, old books, notebooks, plastic items, glass bottles, jars, broken metal items, etc. Types of waste. Waste can be classified into two different categories based on their degradation: biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste. The waste which degrades easily in the environment with the action of microorganisms is called biodegradable waste. The wastes like vegetable and fruit peels and their leftovers, fallen leaves, paper, cotton and jute clothes are some examples of biodegradable waste. They do create environmental problems. Non-biodegradable waste. Some waste items which do not break down or degrade naturally the environment are called non-biodegradable wastes. Since they do not degrade, they accumulate on land and in water. For example, polythene bags, plastics, aluminium cans, glass items, metals are all non-biodegradable waste items. Reduce, reuse, and recycle waste. The generation of waste cannot be stopped completely. However, we can practice 3R: reduce, reuse, and recycle to manage our waste in our everyday life. Let us understand how the 3R formula helps us to manage the waste generation and maintains a healthy environment. Reduce. Reducing waste at source is very effective method of waste management. Waste can be reduced by using natural resources wisely and using less than required in order to avoid waste. You can reduce the waste by adopting several useful practices. Try not to buy over-packaged products such as plastic-wrapped vegetables in polystyrene trays, etc. Buy in bulk as this gives you more products and less packaging. Choose durable items rather than products that will soon need replacing. Repair broken items and use them. Make your own gifts and gift wrap instead of always buying new items. Print using both sides of paper. Carry your cloth bag while shopping. Make a compost pit in your kitchen garden. Reuse. You can reuse some items for more than one purpose instead of throwing them away. Some examples of reusing the waste items are: reuse the cardboard boxes, jars, and scrap paper for other purposes. Always buy reusable containers. Reuse a product as many times as possible. If you have no further use for it, find someone who needs it. Donate your unwanted gifts, clothes, furniture, toys, and books to the needy people. Discourage the use of disposable cups, plates, glasses. Recycling. The process of collecting waste items that can be used to make new products and can be resold and used again is called recycling. The waste like glass, plastic bags, paper, metals, computers, and aluminium cans should be used for recycling and making new products out of them. So, recycling is helpful to manage these waste items. There are many benefits of recycling. It helps to conserve natural resources. It saves energy because less energy is used to manufacture new items. It can give employment to many people. It saves use of land filling. Dealing with waste. At individual level, we should keep separate waste bins in our home. One should store the biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste items in separate waste bins. It is necessary because both kinds of waste need separate methods of disposal. The separating waste is different categories for its safe disposal is called segregation. In fact, the major portion of waste can be recycled and a part of it can be converted to compost. Segregation of waste starts from our home, so we should keep two garbage bins, one for biodegradable waste and the other for non-biodegradable waste. In some big cities, municipality provides two dustbins of different colors, the green color for biodegradable waste and blue color for non-biodegradable waste. The garbage collector collects waste from our homes and dumps into the public waste bin in a separate place away from our neighborhood. From here, the municipality Safai Karmacharis collect waste and carry it in trucks to the landfills located in the outskirts of the city. This is because the waste cannot be burnt, as this will create air pollution and generate poisonous gases. If thrown in water, it will pollute water bodies. Landfills, a low-lying open area in a distant place where city's garbage is disposed of, is called a landfill. In landfill, the useful components of garbage are picked up and real waste is spread over the area and covered with the layer of soil. When a landfill is completely full, it is converted into a park or a playground. There are many disadvantages also of landfill sites. For example, landfill can pollute air, water, and soil. Dangerous chemicals can seep into the groundwater system. It can cause diseases in the people living around the landfill. Many insects and rodents attract to landfills, etc. Recycling of biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste includes vegetable and fruit peels, fallen dry leaves, paper, cotton and jute clothes, etc. These wastes can be recycled by composting. Composting. Composting is a method in which biodegradable waste is converted into manure. It is a process in which biodegradable waste converts into simple materials by the action of microorganisms, mainly bacteria and fungi. The manure is rich in carbon and nitrogen. Compost looks like soil and is an excellent manure for growing plants. It recycles the nutrients and produces nutrients in the soil. The compost is a cheap, clean, safe, and reduces the amount of garbage to be disposed. Vermicomposting. The method of vermicomposting is similar to composting. The only difference is that in vermicomposting, some earthworms called redworms are added to the waste materials. These redworms have a special structure called gizzard with which they grind food material. They break down food material into nutrient-rich manure which increases the soil fertility. A redworm can eat food equal to its weight every day. They do not survive in too hot or too cold conditions. The advantages of vermicomposting are: it allows the soil to retain more essential nutrients. It supplies essential elements needed by the plants. It helps reduce the adverse effects of excessive use of chemical fertilizers. It makes soil easier to cultivate. It aids in preventing soil erosion by keeping the soil covered. Recycling of paper. A major proportion of our waste constitutes paper because of its wide use. From your notebooks, storybooks, to posters and cardboard boxes and magazines, use of paper is indispensable. Paper recycling is the process of manufacturing old products and turning them into new, reusable paper products. Recycling old paper products uses less energy than manufacturing it from new materials. The paper items which can be recycled are newspaper, cardboards, magazines, computer paper, and envelopes, etc. Cardboard boxes and other paper products can be recycled to make new products such as egg cartons, paper towels, tissue, newspaper, paper bags, notebooks, stamps, calendars, etc. Recycling of non biodegradable waste. The materials like polythene bags, plastics, aluminium cans, glass items, metals are all non biodegradable waste. These wastes are generated when we get things of our uses packed in plastics and metal cans or wrapped in aluminium foil. It is very convenient to get the things in such forms, but the problem arises in their disposal after use. These packing materials should be segregated first at home and then sold to kabadiwala for recycling. The kabadiwala carries these materials to the factories for recycling. There are separate recycling units for the recycling of plastic, glass, and metal waste items. At a recycling unit, these items are melted to make new, usable glass, plastic, or metal items. Recycling of plastics. Plastics have widespread uses. It is also very convenient and easy to use anywhere. Based on its multi-purpose quality, variety of uses, different kinds of plastic is available in the market. However, the major problem is its safe disposal. There are so many problems also associated with the use of plastics. This is because we overuse the plastic items. The process of making new plastic material by using waste plastic products is called recycling of plastic. By recycling of plastic items, we can reduce the problem of plastic waste disposal. If we recycle all our plastics, we can reduce a major quantity of our waste and save the landfill area. Benefits of recycling of plastics. The benefits of plastic recycling are to make toys, park benches, car parts, drainage pipes, etc. To make filling for pillows and jackets. When you recycle plastic, you can create millions of useful new products. Pollution of environment can be controlled by recycling old plastic items. How can we reduce waste? We can minimize waste by modifying our habits by following some useful ways. Buy only what you need. Avoid products with excessive packaging. Buy in bulk or large quantities. Segregate the waste at home into biodegradable and non-biodegradable category. Sell all the non-biodegradable waste items for recycling. Use cloth bag while you go for shopping. Minimize the use of plastics by adopting the following ways. Reduce and reuse the use of plastic bags wherever possible. Prefer to use cloth or jute bag when you go for shopping. Do not use plastic bags to store eatables. Do not throw plastic bags carelessly anywhere. Do not use plastic bags.
Hello everyone. Garbage in and garbage out. Which type of garbage is useful and which type of garbage we can recycle and use it again. And there is a lots of type of garbage that is lots of harmful for us, for our soil, and for everything. So now let's start the chapter. So we usually throw out rubbish here and there and garbage every day from our homes, school, shops and office. The grains, pulses, biscuit, milk or oil purchased in shop are packed in plastic bags or tins. So we have normally seen that, and whenever we go outside to purchase something, we usually ask for plastic bags. Whenever we buy or bought grains, pulses, biscuit, milk or oil in the shops. So all this wrapping material go out as a garbage. So after we are using, suppose we are eating chips or biscuit, then wrapper will be go as a garbage. So we sometimes buy things that are rarely used and often thrown into the garbage. We generate so much garbage in our day-to-day activities. Yes, that is true. we generate so much garbage in our day to day activities. Suppose you are eating 2 packets of chips or any other things, then you are generating 2 plastic bags. So we often throw groundnut shells on public places. That is also true. In buses or trains, after eating the nuts, we throw away the ticket when we get off a bus. Whenever you are sitting in the bus or train, what you are doing, you are eating biscuit and throwing that wrapper outside of the window. You are eating groundnuts and that shell you are throwing outside of the window. After using the bus, after you are throwing out ticket bus out of the window. So a child might go on sharpening pencil just for fun. That is also so. So if we make mistake or spill ink on our notebook, we tear off the sheet and throw it away. And we also throw away many domestic waste such as broken toys, old clothes, shoes and slippers. What if the garbage is not removed from our homes and surroundings? How do you think this will harm us? When Safai Karmacharis take the garbage from the bins, where does the garbage go? What happens to it? Is it possible for all this garbage to be changed into something that will not harm us? Can we contribute towards this in any way? We will look for answers to this question in this chapter. Okay. So our Prime Minister have launched one mission. That mission's name is the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and the aim of this mission is to create an open defecation free India by 2nd October 2019. So there is one children there is one child whose name is Paheli and Buzo is there. They are doing school project and the school project's name is dealing with garbage. So we will learn about some of this thing they learn through this project. So what they are doing exactly in this project, let's learn it. Article 16.1 is there, dealing with garbage. Safai Karmacharis collect the garbage in trucks and take it to a low laying open area called a landfill. There is a part of garbage that can be reused, is separate out from one cannot be used as such. You can see in this figure there is one JCB which is having magnet also, and from that magnet we can separate the metal or iron things from the garbage and plastic or other things that will be in the landfill. So thus the garbage has both useful and non-useful component. The non-useful component is separated out as I have told you. It is then spread over the landfill and then covered with layer of soil. In the figures you can see they are putting the garbage heaps in the pits. First of all, what they have done, they have made a pits, and after that they have separated the metal or harmful garbage from the all garbage, and that garbage heaps they are putting in the landfill, and now that heaps they are covering with soil. So day by day they are adding the garbage in that landfill, and once when the landfill is completely full, it is usually converted into park or a playground. For the next 20 years or so, no building is constructed on it. Okay. So what they are exactly doing? They are making pits, adding their garbage heaps, and after 20 years they are converting that land area into park or playground, and for next 20 years no building will be built over there. So to deal with some of usable component of garbage, compost making areas develop near the landfill. What is the compost? So let's learn about it, how to make compost and how many types of compost is there that we are making from garbage, that we'll learn from this activity. So here Paheli is having one question. Paheli did wonder as to what could be useful garbage. Why was it thrown in the first place? Is there some garbage that is not actually garbage? So Paheli did wonder as to what could be useful garbage. तो सबसे पहले पहेली को ये जानना है कि what could be useful garbage, that she had collected the garbage and now she is thinking from that collected garbage which garbage is useful for them to making compost. Why was it thrown away in the first place? Why we all are throwing this garbage in the first place? Is there actually garbage that is not actually garbage? So she is in confusion which garbage is useful and which garbage is not useful. Why people are not separating the garbage? Why they are throwing all the garbage in the pit? So activity 1 is there. What we have to do? Collect the garbage from your house before it thrown into the dustbin. What we have to do? Collect the garbage from your house before it thrown into dustbin. Separate it into two groups so that they have group 1 garbage from the kitchen like fruit, vegetable peels, eggshells, waste food, tea leaves. Include newspaper, dry leaves and paper bags in this group. So we have to make two groups. First group will be having fruit garbage, means some bad fruits that we are that could not be eatable, for vegetable peels, eggshells, waste food, that we have to make one group of them. And in group 2, what we will separate in group 2? Pieces of clothes, polythene bags, broken glass, aluminium wrapper, nails, old shoes and broken toys. Now divide the content of each group into two separate heaps. Label them as A, B, C, D. One second. Yes, 4 heaps we have to make here, and name it or label it as A, B, C, D. Put one heap from group 1 and one heap from group 2 into separate plastic bags. Tie the mouth of these two bags tightly. Now what we have to do? That we have collected the garbage and we have to put in plastic bag and tie the mouth of the plastic bag and put it into hips. tie sorry Put for all the 4 heaps in separate pit and cover them with soil. You can also use 4 pots to bury these garbage heaps. Suppose you are not having plastic bags, so you can use pots also to bury this garbage heaps. Now what next? Remove the soil after 4 days and observe the changes in the garbage. Remove the soil after 4 days and observe the changes in the garbage. A black color and no foul smell indicates that rotting of garbage is complete. Suppose your garbage is not change the color in black or there is no any foul smell, means कोई गंदा smell नहीं आ रहा है, that means that rotting of your garbage is complete. Put heaps again in the pit and cover with a soil. Now what you have to do, you have check it, there is no change, there is no color changes like black and there is no foul smell, then put it in again in the pits and again cover with it the soil. Observe again after every 2 days and note your observation as suggested. After every 2 days you have to observe what happened with that garbage. Is there any changes in garbage? And if there is any changes in garbage, then note that observation in your notebook. So did the garbage rot completely or not smell? रोटिंग का मतलब होता है सड़ जाना. तो रोट कम्प्लीटली एंड नॉट स्मेल, तो कम्प्लीटली रोट हो गया, अभी भी स्मेल नहीं कर रहा है. रोट ओनली पार्शियली, रोट ऑलमोस्ट कम्प्लीटली बट स्टिल स्मेल्स बैड, नॉट चेंज एट ऑल. गार्बेज इन विच हीप was seen to rot which did not. So enter option 1, 2, 3 and 4 in your columns of table 16.1 based on your observation. So first observation will be after 4 days, second observation will be after 6 days, third observation will be after 2 weeks and fourth observation will be after 4 weeks. So if you make any other observation, there is a table and there is only 4 observations are given, and if you are having any other option rather from this observation, so you can write over there in your notebook. Do not remove or burn the garbage that did not rot. So there must be some garbage which is not which is not completely rot, so don't burn it. If the garbage was found to rot completely and did not smell, then what we have to do, mix it in the soil where you sow your favorite plants. This would provide nutrition to plants. Now what we have to do, mix it with soil, and wherever you are going to sowing your favorite plant, just give it that plant or pour some garbage in that plant, that rotting garbage that will give nutrition to your plants. So you must have observed from this activity that some things in garbage rot, they form manure which is used for the plants, and that garbage which is rot and not smelling, that garbage is called manure, and that manure we are using for the nutrition of plant. The rotting and conversion of some material into manure is called composting. So in some cities and towns, municipalities provide separate dustbin for collecting two kind of garbage. Usually one color blue and the other is green. Blue bin is material for that can be used again, such as plastic, metal and glass. So did you notice that these are materials that do not rot in garbage heaps. The green bins are collecting kitchen and other plant or animal waste. You may have noticed that this type of waste rot completely when buried in the soil. So do you see why it is necessary for us to separate waste into two groups, as we did in activity 1 before we throw it? Have you noticed garbage heaps of dry leaves on the roadside? Most of the time these are burned. Farmers too often burn husks, dried leaves and part of crop plants. in their field after harvesting. Whenever farmers are harvesting and dry leaves which are not useful, and then what they are doing, where they burn that dry leaves. Burning of this produce smoke and gases. Whenever you are burn garbage or dry leaves, whenever you are burning it, what is produce? It produces harmful gases and smoke. We should try to stop such practices. This waste could be converted into useful compost. So here are some observations and thoughts, not Paheli and Buzo, from the project dealing with garbage. Next topic we will do in next video. Okay, bye bye.